And welcome to Capital Talk, a program we hope will have an impact on the future of Kenya. Now, more than ever, I'm Jeff Kananga. Now, if you were watching Capital Talk last night, you know that all this week we are grooving all the way to the Groove Awards, which happens this coming Saturday at the KICC to celebrate all the artists of gospel, the best and the brightest in gospel. And if you saw Jimmy Gate and Giuliani, you're probably wondering, where are the women of gospel? Well, sit back. We have the women. That's right, the queens of gospel. And starting off, because we're going to be doing 2 interviews a day, starting us off, it's a woman who was discovered in 1993 singing in a church choir in Nyeri. Good grief. From then on. Do you remember Joy Bringers? Does that ring a bell? She was on it. Went on and on. Made her first album. You all know it. Kuna Dawa. Yes, huge hit. Went on internationally. She's performed all over the world, Europe, Asia, the US, Africa. In fact, she's bigger in countries like Zambia and Malawi than she is here at home. Talk about a prophet not being recognized at home. Anyway, she's a mother of 3. That's right, including a 12-year-old and a 3-month-old. She's still singing. She's a star. She's been nominated at the Groove Awards, Best Female Artist. She's hot. She's huge. She's a big hit. Esther Wahome.
Thank you, Jeff.
Esther, what was your sister telling you that I'm going to be poking you throughout the interview? Is that it?
Yes, she did. She did. She's going to be watching.
Welcome to the bench.
Asante.
And congratulations for all your success, Esther. I mean, it's fantastic to see a woman, Kenyan woman, the future of Kenya as I call it, and doing so well. And gospel has exploded because of people like you.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you, and I thank God. I give God all the glory.
When they first discovered you, what, 1993?
Yes.
You were what, 17, 18 years old?
Yes, around 18.
Did you think, you know, these people, whoever discovered, did you think, you know, they're probably gonna use me and abuse me and, you know, I wouldn't be the big hit that I am 18 years later?
No. I was so focused on the positive side of it. I had so much energy and I gave it my all. And all those who saw me singing on TV then, they knew this girl is going to make it. And I was so confident. I was so confident.
Is that your biggest asset, you think, your confidence? Because every time you perform, and I've seen Kuna Dawa.
Yeah.
But by the way, sing a little bit of Kuna Dawa for us.
Nayatangazia mataifa. Oh, kuna dawa na waipoke. Join me. Kuna dawa, kuna dawa, kuna dawa. Kuna dawa, kuna dawa.
Wow. And that song was a big hit in the discos.
Yes, it was. It was.
In secular land.
It was more, I think, more than in the gospel arenas.
My goodness.
Yes.
And it sold what, more than 1 million albums, copies?
Yeah, it went platinum.
Esther, that's huge.
Yeah, it was unbelievable.
When you wrote it, what were you thinking?
I wrote it just like another song. I went to RK, Robert Kamanzi, and we both did not think it was going to be a very, very big song, but we did it anyway. And in the album, we expected other songs too to become very big, but people loved Kuna Dawa. People loved Kuna Dawa so much that in any country I go, they just want me to sing Kuna Dawa.
Yeah, okay, speaking of other countries, tell me about Zambia and Malawi. I mean, how are you received over there?
In a VIP way.
So you're huge?
Yeah.
You're like Whitney Houston? Mariah?
I'm just Esther Wahome. They just love me and I love them.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually there's a song I did in their language. I can converse in their language. So when they interview me on TV and they hear me speaking in their language, they just fall in love. Wow. Yeah.
Do you feel more appreciated over there than here sometimes? Because, you know, Kenyans can be kind of vicious, eh? Especially, you know, your friends at the church.
Yeah, those are Kenyans. But I love them. They buy a lot of my music. So that means there are people there who love me. But being famous and being out there can at times be very lonely. Because you don't know who loves you and you don't know who is wishing you bad.
Yeah. And speaking of the church, remember when you did that Malta Guinness ad?
Yes.
The church was up in arms.
Yes.
Hating?
Yes.
Why?
I don't know, Jeff, because it's a good drink. But I got a lot of support from some churches and some pastors. But there are those who criticize. But basically, Jeff, those who criticize can criticize me even if I was advertising water. It's just something personal. They are bitter.
Yeah.
I don't know about what. The issue was the drink is made by EABL.
And it's non-alcoholic.
And it's not alcoholic. And the reason they chose me is because they wanted to demystify the drink, because it's a healthy drink. It's a good drink. And the name Guinness means greatness in West Africa, but people know it here as beer, the Guinness name. So all that controversy, but all the same, I stood up for the good drink because it represents greatness, and I represent greatness in music.
Absolutely. And I'm sure sales were through the roof. Yeah. Okay, so you were also nominated for what? Various choras?
Yeah, chorus.
How many times?
3 times I was nominated for Best Gospel Female Artist in the whole of Africa. So that was a great thing for me in the continent. Yeah, and I've won several other local awards, 9 awards. Many groups, Kisimas, Chagua Latinis.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Chagua Latinis shocked me.
So people do appreciate you at home, Esther?
A lot. And it's normal to have some people who will not always like what you do.
Correct.
And that keeps you on your toes and on your knees to pray for yourself. And a bit of criticism is not so bad after all.
Yeah. And our good friend at State House also gave you an award.
Our president, yeah, it's so good because he shows that he recognizes gospel talent. So he gave me a state honors and awards, HSC. So I'm Esther Wahome, HSC.
Ooh. Head of State Commendation.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's not bad.
Yes.
Because I know now many other gospel artists are going to be honored by the state.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think you've inspired a whole generation of new upcoming gospel female musicians?
Yes, I do, and I'm very proud of them because they are so big now. Somebody like Emmy Kosgei, she used to back me up, and I've mentored her along the way, and she's at the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's our greatest female artist now.
Look at that.
Yes.
And you're the one who pushed her, who encouraged her.
Yeah, and many others. I've mentored people like Jimmy Gate at one point in their music career. Yeah, so I'm very happy to see them succeeding because they've become very successful now. I'm very, very happy. So as I'm building my music career there internationally, I don't mind seeing them being at the top in the country.
Esther, how do you balance your stardom with motherhood? Because it must be difficult. You have a 12-year-old, a 3-year-old, and a 3-month-old. You're still breastfeeding.
Yes.
Wow. How do you balance it?
Jeff, when it comes to family, at home I am a mother and a wife. Stardom is for my fans and for the people I minister to. So at home I'm just a mom, I'm just a wife. So I'm just like any other mom, but balancing, I have to know what should be done first. So my family, God comes first in my life, then my family, then anything else comes later. Yeah, so I know where to be, what to do, and I always try and get as much time with my family as possible.
Does your 12-year-old know what mommy does? I mean, does she know you're a star?
Yes, she does, and but she's so laid back. She gets so uncomfortable if you introduce her to people as Esther Wahome's daughter. She wants to be introduced by her own personality. Yeah. And but she gets so scared when she sees something negative being said about her mommy, and sometimes she even cries and says, "Mom, they don't know you. You are not. Who is this person who said this bad thing? They are so unfair. How would they feel if somebody said that to their mom? You know."
That's stardom for you, huh?
Yes.
And you were saying earlier on, which was really important, you said it can be very lonely at the top.
Yeah, it can be. So if you are a very famous person, and especially not just a gospel artist, you need somebody who you can cry with. Somebody, anytime you want to cry, you can cry with that person. Just go there and cry. And you also need, if you're a gospel artist, you need somebody who can shepherd you. Somebody who will criticize you with love, not out of jealousy. Somebody who will stand with you in times of difficulty. Somebody you can open up and cry with. Yeah.
What do the Groove Awards mean to you?
Groove Awards, I remember the first award I ever got was Groove Award, and that like gave me a lot of energy to write more songs and to go like, cause previously the awards that were there, Kisima Awards, they never used to recognize the gospel talent. So when Groove came and I was awarded, there was that feeling of joy and appreciation that came into my life and gave me a lot of strength. And I'm so happy that then I was the one winning all the awards, me and Rafton. But now a lot of other talents have come up and the industry has grown, it's so diverse. We have a lot of beautiful talents and we are all different in our own different ways, but we are preaching the same thing. So that's the beauty of the industry. It doesn't matter who is more famous than the other. We are all preaching the same thing. We are at different levels. The thing is we respect one another and work together. And that is beautiful. So Groove has sort of united us. Groove has given the gospel artists a reason to work hard. Because it's not just a matter of praying and writing songs. You also need to be very hardworking to be relevant. And that is why I think, Jeff, I'm relevant almost 20 years after I did my first album. Because I've tried and worked hard. A lot of hard work matters.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, the church as an institution should not feel jealous, should not feel threatened by people like you.
Yes, they should work with us because I remember it was very tough for me when, because I was the first gospel artist whose music hit so much in the nightclubs. And again, the criticism came. And I thought the church should be happy for me because this shows that the gospel of Jesus Christ is moving so fast into the areas where the pastors will not go to preach. Yeah. So I thought they would appreciate that and work with me and just thank God. But at the end of the day, it was criticism. But I thank God that now a lot of gospel music is hitting in the clubs and that is gone. So it's like I just pioneered and fought for them. So now things are good now. Yeah.
Did you ever think when you were singing in that church in Nyeri, did you think that nearly 2 decades later, Esther Wahome would be the sensation she is today?
I knew I would make it in Kenya. I was so confident, but internationally, I never even thought about that because I could not imagine. Yeah.
And looking back, do you like wake up every morning and thank the Lord that, you know, He's made you what you are?
Yes, of course I do, because I know without Him, I would not have made it to where I am, and without Him, I would not have sang any song that would be of any meaning to the people. Because at the end of the day, I believe, Jeff, it is only God who can make you sing a big song. Because it's God who makes people to receive that song, and it's by God's grace that people love you and love the song that you do. So unless you hear the song from the heavenlies, unless God puts the song in you for you to sing, then you can sing 1,001 songs and they're just meaningless to the people.
Yeah. Advice. There's a lot of young ladies watching you right now, your daughter's age and a little older.
Yeah.
And they want to get into gospel music.
Yes.
What do you tell them?
To never give up. Small beginnings do not hinder big destinies. Because I went to my primary school without shoes on my feet, but I have been to so many nations around the world. So my small beginning has not hindered a big destiny to me, and it has not hindered any kind of blessings. So I believe anybody can become anybody.
Wow. Yeah. And last minute now, that I know there's voting going on last minute between now and Saturday.
Yes.
What do you tell your fans?
My fans can vote for me. My code is 2D. You text it to 336.
And the code is 2D.
The code is 2D.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Esther Wahome.
Esther
and I didn't
Wahome.
point at you. I didn't point today. Right?
And I point to you.
Congratulations, my dear.
Thank you, Jeff.
Well done.
Asante.
And keep doing what you're doing.
Asante.
All the best.
Amen.
Wow. Amen. She says, Esther Wahome. Whoa. Nearly 20 years later, she's still a big star and striving for even bigger heights because she knows this is what she was born to do. And she's encouraged, she's mentored many along the way. Many, like Emmy Koske, who's coming up after this break. I tell you, the bench this week, you simply cannot top this because we have the best of the best in gospel. We're grooving all the way this week on the bench. So don't even think of going away. Capital Talk is back in a moment.